guys, I'm Angel and he's
Ryan.
and we're the readers. And this is episode 3 of Q&A. So we're going to get right on it. First ones we're going to be writing down our answers on here. So here we go.
What is your favorite quality in me? So you're going to write down your favorite thing about me. I will write down my favorite thing about you. We need some music. Do, 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 do. Nobody wants to hear me.
Nobody wants to hear you. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Mine is his Christ-like love and compassion.
Angel does everything all in. She
all
loves,
in, baby. All in.
and I said all out. But she when she loves you, she really loves you.
And when I hate you, I really hate you.
True story.
But but that's not very often. And people probably are like, no way. Yeah. You know, us redheads, we get fiery sometimes.
Maybe an angel, but she has red hair. So.
Yes. But yes, if I like or love something, I'm all in. And if I don't like it, I don't want nothing to do with it.
So yeah.
But he's very Christ-centered and loves like Christ loves. So.
Okay. So I don't like to talk about me.
He doesn't like to talk about himself, but he's a wonderful person.
What is your spouse's favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
No. What is your spouse's favorite?
Favorite movie.
Underneath it, write down what your favorite movie is. How about we do that? How about we do both?
What is your favorite movie?
I don't know what my favorite movie is. I don't know what your favorite movie is. You don't like movies. She doesn't watch movies. She doesn't like them. She falls asleep. I'm telling you, people.
I'll probably spell that wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. They're both franchises, by the way.
His is Aladdin.
Oh, I like Aladdin.
And mine is Home Alone.
Hers is Home Alone. I put Star Wars. Here's the deal. The reason she put Aladdin is because I listened to the soundtrack to Aladdin.
He loves it.
Banana.
Bum, bum, banana.
That's how much I listen to it. I think that Aladdin has possibly, arguably, the best soundtrack of all time. The entire CD, which you probably don't even have CDs. Some of you probably don't even know what a CD is. But the Aladdin soundtrack is amazing. It's great. It's wonderful. I can listen to the whole thing front to back. And you have to listen front and back in order because they connect to each other. So that's probably why she put that. Because, yeah, the music is amazing.
All right. We're moving on to another question.
Home Alone makes me think of two things. It makes me think of Angel.
And it makes me think of his dad.
Yes.
We had one of those little recorder things.
We bought a Walk Boy.
Yeah.
Or a Talk Boy.
Whatever it was. But anyways, when Ryan's dad was living, he talked into that thing and it changed his voice. And somewhere I have that and I'm going to find it. And when we do, I might share that with you guys. So
Yeah. So, yeah, it reminds us both of this.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And Angel loves the two idiots in there.
Oh, Home Alone 1 and 2 are by far my favorite. I can watch them every year and laugh.
Herb.
Marvin Harry.
Marvin Harry. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, Ryan, he's like, you laugh at the same thing every time. Hello, it's funny.
She rewatches these videos. And she laughs. She'll sit over there. She's watching one of the first ones we did.
Well, sometimes he's funny on these videos. And so I'm laughing at him. I'm not laughing at myself. Although I told him I was a big fan of that girl talking about me. So, and he kind of giggled at that.
Here we go.
Okay.
Now, let's get a little more serious.
All right, let's get serious.
What is your spouse's most irritating habit?
Your most irritating habit. I would say.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. Worrying. I don't worry quite as much. His habit is he misses the dirty clothes hamper. He takes his socks off, and instead of actually bending down there to pull them off, he'll use his foot on the carpet and roll it off, and then the sock is rolled up. Then he'll kick it into his dirty clothes basket, and 9 times out of 10, it misses the basket, and it is still rolled up when it's time to wash. Same for his underclothes. So there you go. Little TMI right there.
Don't use my feet to take my underwear off.
No, no.
I am not that.
No, he doesn't.
Not that agile.
No,
But I do flip them into the thing.
Okay,
So it's
moving
not
on.
totally the same.
Yeah. I mean,
And she does worry too much.
if he could,
She worries enough for both
if he
of us.
could take his underwear off with his feet, I might have to video that. Put that on the YouTube channel.
Okay. Now, if we could be like one celebrity couple, who would you pick?
Oh,
I
a
don't know any
celebrity couple?
I don't know any celebrity couples.
Wow.
You don't. I don't know that you get it, but I don't pay attention to who other people are married to.
You know, I don't know that I'd want to be a celebrity couple of anybody in the world right now, because the relationship that we have, to me, is way better than theirs. Yes, they probably have money, and who doesn't want money? I would love to have lots of money.
She would.
But, yeah, life is good. Life is good the way we are, and I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade what we have with anybody, or want to have anybody else's relationship. I love what we have. So that's my answer to that one.
You know, we were watching Grand Ole Opry last night. And Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife, she popped on there. And he's just like, is that Tom Hanks' wife?
Yeah.
So I Googled it, because that's what we do nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And I Googled it, and yes, it's his wife, but it's his second wife. Which is whatever, except for the fact that, and they probably have a good marriage, because Tom Hanks, I from every account I've heard, is a pretty good guy, and I've never heard anything negative about Rita. I never even knew Rita Wilson was a person.
Well, I was pretty sure that it was his wife, and so as far as I know, they have a really good relationship too.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like us being us.
Okay, so
I'm not so worried about.
So we're going to move on with another question that
somebody
maybe
else.
we can actually write down an answer instead of just telling you.
What is your spouse's favorite TV show? Are we gonna say of all time, or like right now?
Let's go with right now.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
I'm trying to think.
Right now.
I can't remember what the name of yours is. That one comes on Tuesday night. Because mine is not yours.
No.
I can't write it down, but I can give you the description of it, and he can tell you what the name of it is. Oh yeah, mine's Big Brother. His comes on Tuesday night.
They don't miss show for his Big Brother.
His is a doctor.
It's called Transplant.
Transplant. Yes, I could not think of the name of it, but
It's a doctor from Syria who got kicked out, who got ran out of his country, and he's living here. He's homeless. Not really homeless, but might as well be. The school would consider him homeless, and he's a doctor, but he doesn't have proof that he's a doctor. So it's almost like it's slightly like Suits, where they hire somebody and they kind of fake his credentials because they don't have any, except for with Suits, he really didn't have any credentials. He's just a really smart guy. So you know that's going to come around to bite him at some point. But right now he's an amazing doctor.
Yes, it's a good show. So if you haven't
It is a good
watched
show.
it comes on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock on
Yeah, they
CBS.
discussed racism the
No,
other day.
NBC.
He went in with this big fat white guy, and the big fat white guy did not want somebody from Syria working on him, and I thought it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. So now we're moving on to another question.
When did you and your spouse dance first, and to what song?
Oh, I can't tell you what song it was.
You're supposed to write this down. Yes, this will write it down.
Okay. I can tell you where, but not what.
Pretty sure I'm right.
Okay. You ready? Knoxville Hilton Prom. Prom 1990, and our theme was Simply the Best. So I can't tell you what the song was, but it was at the prom.
Because that's the only prom we went to. We went to her prom, had a good time.
And our pictures did not turn out.
They did not. We have one picture, the proof they sent us, and the proof was, it had something that went wrong with the film, and so they sent us the proof and told us they can't make pictures from it. We're like, we don't care if they're messed up, we just want pictures.
Yeah.
And they're like, we won't do it.
They wouldn't do it because they don't want the quality of their work to appear bad.
So we,
So Ryan, for our anniversary about 5 or 6 years ago, possibly,
Teresa Ray
he took
did me
our
a favor.
did him a favor, and she actually made us a picture.
She cleaned it up,
Yes.
and it looks way better than it did before.
It looks amazing.
It's still, there's some things you can't do.
It's actually in my kitchen right now.
It is. It's
on
been
the
in the
bar.
kitchen ever since.
Yes.
I gave it to her. She cried.
Yes.
It was a good day.
It was a good
If I can
day.
make her cry and not be mad at me, that's a good day. So yes, that was. We didn't go to my prom because you know what? I've been to prom. It's all good. I hung out with her. For the most part, I hung out with her friends way more than I did with mine. But
That's
I
what
didn't
you
really have
do
all
when
my
you're in
friends.
love.
I didn't really have
Guys
a lot of
tend to
friends.
gravitate toward the girl.
Yeah.
And
My
who
friends
they
were
hang
her
out with.
friends.
Yeah.
So I love the people that I graduated with. Some of them now. I like them a lot better now than I did then.
Yeah, it's amazing when you grow up and the people that you went to school with, and people in particular that stand out in my head that graduated with Ryan she was Nicole Blaylock, but
Hey, that's the person I was thinking of.
she is Nicole Burke, and she is an amazing person. Her husband, amazing guy, and they've got wonderful children. And so you look back, and that's one person that comes to mind out of his
Even
group.
though we weren't like best of friends or anything then,
Yeah.
she's a great lady.
She is genuinely a good person, always has been, and as she's gotten older, not a thing has changed. She's even better.
But in school, I was only in this high school for 2 years. So it was her senior year and then my senior year. So I pretty much hung out with her that first year because we started dating not long after I got here. And then the next year, I honestly didn't go to school a whole lot.
He missed school a lot his senior year. He came and
More
hang
than a
out
few
with
days.
me.
My parents weren't living here, so I was living by myself. So if I woke up late, I just didn't go to school.
He just didn't go to school. Then he would come visit me.
And then she would write me a note to get out of school.
I did. I wrote a lot of notes and signed his mother's name to it. Oopsie.
Yeah.
And
Mom
but
found out like 20 years later.
she found out about 20 years later, and she didn't care. So it's all good.
She's like, you graduated. It's okay.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. So that's the yeah. And so why go to a prom?
yeah.
I went to one. I experienced it. Who usually gets their way? Okay, why? There's no reason to write it down. Guess.
I'm going to write it down.
Yes. No reason to even write it down.
Write it down, Ryan. Write it down. Me. Well, you know what? When you have a husband like him, And he is wonderful. And most people that know him, if not everybody, will say he is just great. But let me tell you, he tells me all the time, it's all about you, babe. Well, what do you expect? If you tell me it's all about me, eventually it's going to go to my head and it's going to be all about me.
I can tell you what, I wouldn't have went to 8 years of school. If it weren't for Angel, I wouldn't have went to 8 years of school. I'm like, and I love school.
He loves school.
I actually do go. I enjoy going to classes and having adult conversations, as opposed to going to work, because some of those conversations are not adult conversations.
But he's absolutely right, and he said it before. Everything that he has done has been for us, for me and
it's
him.
not necessarily just for her.
Yeah,
it's
it's for us,
so that we can live the best life the life that God wants us to live, and. I'm just continuing Dad's thing. Dad tried his best to give Mom everything she wanted. Didn't work out for him. He was a very unlucky guy, and he made some really bad choices as well. Some of that luck was not just random. So I learned how to love the way he loved.
Absolutely,
and so that's what I do. I do whatever. Anyways, as long as now sometimes she wants to do stuff, and we're like, no. No. That's not often though. That's
you
not
about made me cry over here.
So, what is the strangest gift this will be the last one. What is the strangest gift your spouse ever bought you? Strangest?
I don't know.
We stopped buying each other stuff.
That one is probably not going to be a write down because
we stopped buying each other stuff.
After
a couple years, for Christmas, we were just giving each other random stuff. Just to giving each other stuff. So we stopped. Stopped for the most part.
And this is how I'll answer that. I said it in a previous video about being fortunate to work. Ryan and I both worked for Walmart, and we held multiple positions at Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan worked there for 16 years before he left and went to work for the school system. And he actually took a half a cut in pay when he did that. And the reason that he went ahead and done that was because it came a point in time when he was not happy where he was. And God simply opened the door for him. And when he opened the door, Ryan stepped on in. And since then, Ryan has been able to further his education, and he has far out exceeded what he would make at Walmart. And I worked at Walmart for 29 years and just recently quit my job last month. But I say that to say this, that we worked for a company that compensated us, and everybody wants more money. But at the time, we were compensated well for the job that we were doing, and we got raises along the way. And it met the needs that we needed to pay bills. It also afforded us the opportunity for needs, wants. Our wants, working a job where you were able to, if you want something and you have the money, then you can buy it. If you don't have the money, then you need to wait until you can't afford it. And so going back to gifts, like he said at Christmas, we're just trying to randomly come up with things for each other, knowing that basically it's just junk at the end of the day. I mean, unless it's just something that you really want. It's just stuff. And so instead of we don't really exchange Christmas gifts. And occasionally we'll do something for birthday or whatever. He might say, hey, here's some money, spend this on what you want to, or vice versa. Typically we will go out and eat at one of our favorite restaurants that's a little more expensive. And so, yeah. Twice a year. And
on our anniversary and on her birthday.
So, we pretty much buy what we want. I do have one story to tell you. Christmas 3 years ago. I I did buy him something for Christmas. And we, like I said, we don't buy each other gifts, but he had an iPhone, and he had been wanting an iWatch. And so for Christmas, I purchased an iWatch for him. And I was so excited. It had came, had it wrapped, ready to rock and roll. And when I gave it to him, he was opening it. And I think he was in disbelief that he had gotten an iWatch, because we don't spend extravagantly like that.
I was partly annoyed. I'm like, you really didn't spend this much money. But that was just part of it.
Yeah, and but I did, and he actually teared up, and so yay, win for me. And he loved it, and he wore it until he got Samsung Galaxy phone, and then he got a Galaxy watch. And
hey, that's the watch. Yeah,
I now have the iWatch, so because I've had an iPhone, and so when he went to that, I was like, because I had a Fitbit, and it didn't have much on it. I mean, it just told your steps for the day and your heart rate. And, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't nothing fancy. But then I was like, woo, look at me. I'm feeling like a hot dog now that he's got this. So, it wasn't wasted money. We have definitely got our money's worth out of it. So, but anyways, yeah. So, I hope you guys are enjoying our YouTube channel, The Readers. If you are, please subscribe. Doesn't take that much time to just subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost anything. Give us a thumbs up. Ring the bell for notifications, and you'll be notified when a new video downloads. Follow us on Facebook as well under The Readers. So, hope you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you guys soon.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.